Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Victor Escalon, Regional Director for DPS South Texas. Thank you so much for being here today. My goal today on this press conference, is to give you a snapshot where we're at today. This incident happened on Tuesday, May 24th. So there's a lot of information, a lot of moving parts. We have a lot of people involved in this investigation. I'm going to give you a summary of what happened. But before I do that, I was able to make it here during the event on May 24th. Same with a lot of other law enforcement officers that came to this event, this critical incident. I got to see the victims, I got to see the officers, I got to see the community members. It is so hard. It's hard to take, it's traumatic. We're all hurting inside. We're hurting inside for the community members in Uvalde, Texas. We're hurting inside with our local partners that have to live here and work here every day. The victims, the family members, we feel for them. I'm a father. I can't go home tonight and hug my kids. That hurts. The members behind me are family members, their kids. It's tough. It's tough, it's hard, but that gives us the motivation to move on, to do good work for Uvalde, Texas, for the victims. We speak for the victims, and we take that dearly. Before I get started, Texas Rangers are leading this investigation, but we can't do it alone. We cannot do it alone. We have ATF, FBI, CBP, Border Patrol, Uvalde County District Attorney's Office. The list goes on and on and on. But the agencies I told you are the main ones that are assisting with this investigation. We want to know what happened, recreate the scene. That takes days, that takes hours, that takes time, a lot of information. Then we have to do a lot of interviews. So we just started. We started on Tuesday, today's Thursday. We're still grabbing a lot of information. We also, what's important to us is why? Why did he do this? Why did he do this? Who is this man? The suspect. We're going to find out. With all the different agencies that are involved, we're working every angle that's available. And we won't stop until we get all the answers that we possibly can. So again, I want to thank these men and women that are behind us supporting the DPS and the Rangers. So there's a lot of information I'm going to give you. There's some new information as of Tuesday that I wanted to clear up, that we want to clear up, that's been pushed out. We'll continue to have updates in the coming days once the information is obtained and we're able to confirm and corroborate that. We want to make sure we're pushing out the right information. Early on, when we came in, we were receiving a lot of information from a lot of different locations. That's a baseline. You start there. We made some reports. But since then, we started doing interviews. We started working the crime scene, so we're cooperating. I want to share some of that. It's a small piece of information right now, but it'll grow within days. So please, thank you for being here and being patient with us. It means a lot. On Tuesday, May 24th at 11:28, suspect just west of here wrecks his vehicle, pickup truck that he took from his grandmother. He had just shot his grandmother in the face. She's alive, she's stable at this point. At 11:28, he's sitting there at the bar ditch. He jumps out the passenger side of the truck. According to witnesses, he's got a long arm, rifle, and a bag. Later we find out it's ammunition. He walks around, he sees two witnesses at the funeral home across the street from where he wrecked. He engages and fires towards them. He continues walking. He continues walking towards the school. He climbs a fence. Now he's in the parking lot, shooting at the school multiple times. 11:40, he walks into the west side of Robb Elementary. According to reports, video we have obtained from outside, inside, and again, we're still combing through that, so bear with us. Multiple rounds, numerous rounds are discharged in the school. We're trying to get a number. We're in the process of analyzing that video. 4 minutes later, local police departments, Uvalde Police Department, the Independent School District Police Department are inside, making entry. They hear gunfire, they take rounds, they move back, get cover. And during that time, they approach where the suspect is at. According to the information I have, he went in at 11:40. He walks, and I'm gonna approximate 20 feet, 30 feet. He makes a right. He walks into the hallway, he makes a right, walks another 20 feet. Turns left into a schoolroom, into a classroom that has doors open in the middle. Officers are there, the initial officers, they receive gunfire. They don't make entry initially because of the gunfire they're receiving. But we have officers calling for additional resources. Everybody that's in the area, tactical teams. We need equipment. We need specialty equipment. We need body armor. We need precision riflemen, negotiators. So during that time that they're making those calls to bring in help to solve this problem and stop it immediately, they're also evacuating personnel. When I say personnel, students, teachers. There's a lot going on. A lot complex situation. They're measuring. Approximately an hour later, U.S. Border Patrol tactical teams arrive. They make entry, shoot and kill the suspect. But you also had a Uvalde County deputy and Uvalde Police Department that made entry and killed the suspect. Immediately, numerous officers. Now it turns into a rescue operation. How do we save these children? How do we save these children? Some made it out. We don't have a hard number yet, but that was a goal. And then continuing, making the area safe, continue. It's a lot of moving parts afterwards. But during, they were taking gunfire, negotiations, and developing a team to make entry to stop them. I'll take a few questions. And again, look, a summary. One more thing I forgot to mention that I want to clear up that came out early on. It was reported that a school district police officer confronted the suspect that was making entry. Not accurate. He walked in unobstructed initially. So from the grandmother's house to the bar ditch to the school, into the school, he was not confronted by anybody. To clear the record on that. 4 minutes later, law enforcement are coming in to solve this problem.
So, Director, how is he able
Step
to
by.
take action?
So, just want to clear that up. That's very important. And again, this will happen as we move forward. So thank you. I'll take a few questions.
How was he able to get in if it was a school that's supposed to be locked during the school day?
So right now, during the investigation, it appears it was unlocked. So we're going to look at that and try to corroborate that as best as we can.
How many gunshots were
Yeah,
there?
you know why he was unlocked?
I do not. Hey, please, one at a time, and we'll address as many questions as we can. So let me finish this question.
One at a time, announce your name and announce your network, okay? Let's be respectful, please.
My name is Josh Margot, and how do you know why it was unlocked?
So Josh, thank you for the question. So right now, it appears it was unlocked. Like I said, it goes back to the investigation. It takes time. We will find out as much as we can why it was unlocked, or maybe it was locked. But right now, it appears it was unlocked. So thank you.
Tony Nicole.
Yes, sir.
Tony Nicole.
You say at one point when he was inside there, among the things you were attempting negotiation, was he responding to negotiation? And in that period of time, was there continued gunfire?
So during that time, right now, according to the information we have, the majority of the gunfire was in the beginning. In the beginning. I say numerous, more than 25. I mean, it was a lot of gunfire in the beginning. During the negotiations, there wasn't much gunfire other than trying to keep the officers at bay. But that could change depending as once we analyze the video. But right now, according to the information, he did not respond.
Tom Yamas with NBC News. My question is this: was there a school officer on campus, and was that school officer armed? Because that's what we've been told.
So at this time, no. No, there was not an officer readily available, armed. No.
Was there an officer?
No, nothing. I can't answer that yet. I'll circle back with you again. As we do that investigation, we have all these questions we want to answer. So, but I'll get back with you, sir.
There's a 12-minute gap. There's a 12-minute gap from when he crashes his truck to when he enters the school. 12 minutes. What happened in that 12 minutes?
So you got to understand, 11:30 is the information we have at this point that we can confirm. 11:30 a.m. the PD gets we got a crash and a man with a gun. And then you have responding officers. That's what it is. If it's 12 minutes from 11:30 to 11:40, that's the information we have right now. Look, at the end of the day, our job is to report the facts and have those answers. We're not there yet. Over here.
When was the first 911 call to officials? When was the first 911 call?
Say it again.
When was the first 911 call into officials? How long
So-
did it take to respond to the scene?
So right now, the first 911 calls at 11:30. I will get the time what it took to respond. So we'll have that answer. Yes. Could. There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities. Until we receive an interview, because there was numerous officers at that classroom, numerous. Once we interview all those officers, what they were thinking, what they did, why they did it, the video, the residual interviews, we'll have a better idea. Could anybody have gone there sooner? You gotta understand, small town. Yeah, people from Eagle Pass, from Del Rio, Laredo, San Antonio responding to a small community.
Based on the information you have so far, sir, should the officers have gone in sooner? Should they have waited for those tactical teams, or should they have gone right in?
That's a tough question. Again, it goes back, our job is to report the facts. Report the facts, and later we can answer those questions.
What you know so far, should those officers have
I don't have enough information to answer that question just yet. So, one more question, please.
Is it accurate that eyewitnesses and potentially parents of the students were urging the police to go in while you were waiting for a tactical SWAT team, even that some parents were asking to borrow police armor so they could make a counter-assault on the school?
I have heard that information, but we have not verified that yet. So,
What part haven't you verified?
we have not verified is that a true statement or not, or is it just rumor out there? So you got to understand, we're getting a lot of information we're trying to track down and see what is true. We want to vet it. That's all I have for questions. Thank you so much.
Did you follow best practices for active shooter scenarios?
So look, we appreciate the questions.
What were the officers doing between 11:44 and 12:44?
I got you.
Suspect is
Yes, sir.
barricaded behind that. You guys have said that he was barricaded. Can you explain to us how he was barricaded and why you guys cannot breach that door?
So I am taking all your questions into consideration. We will be doing updates. We will be doing updates to answer those questions.
Answer that question now.
I think there's a lot
What is your name?
Shimon Prokopez.
Shimon. I hear you.
Because we've been given a lot of bad information, so why don't you clear all of this up now and explain to us how it is that your officers who were in there for an hour, yes, rescuing people, but yet no one was able to get inside that room.
Shimon, we will circle back with you. We want to answer all your questions. We want to give you the why. That's our job. So give us time. I'm taking all your questions. I'm taking them back to talk to the team. And
How the door was barricaded.
look, thank you for being here. We'll talk soon. We'll talk soon.
español, por favor. En español. ¿Puedes decir algo en español, por favor?
¿Nos pudiera decir about the video?
Director, ¿puede decir algo en español, por favor?
You guys can grab your bikes.
Can we do something in Spanish? Just a little bit.
Not right now.
Can you ask them?
Right now, once I go back with him, and I'll see what he tells me, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, but just be there because we need just a little bit of Spanish.
I'll be back. Just if you guys can get your mics, please. That way we can take the podium back inside.
A full hour, we now have confirmed, went by before the classroom where the majority of the people died, if not all, where the shooter was actually breached by law enforcement. I'm here with Janet Shamlin, who was listening to the press conference with me. What stood out to you?